This is Coach George again. Guess what? Did you know there are a lot of different levels of forehands? There are a lot of different ways to hit a forehand. But what I'm about to do is go through and show you those different levels. First level is a basic tap, which is a beginner's level initiation. After you have found out what that player's level is, this is a good place to start. This is what it looks like. While hitting a ball, this is what it looks like. After they get that idea, they had to use their eyes properly. You notice my eyes stayed at the place where the contact point was, just like we did when we talked about eye training. Second level is learning how to use their arm in connection with making the hit. Their arm should finish so that the back of their hand goes all the way to the back of the neck. This doesn't make the ball go over, but what it does is release the tension that might build up in the arm from swinging. What that will look like is this. What that looks like while you're hitting a ball is this. The next stage would be them learning how to use their lower body more efficiently so that the body can help accelerate the arm. Again, making sure that the use of the eye is correct. What that's going to look like is this. A beginner's level, there'll be a little bit of this before this. There'll be this before this. With a ball, what that looks like is the body first, then the arm. Body first, and then the arm. Now, once you kind of get that idea, the body becomes more dynamic. Got to get all these other parts before you do that though, okay? So the body will get more dynamic. But before that, there's what's called an open stance, where the body is positioned with the right foot or the hitting side of the body closer to the ball, and they still hit and finish. They hit and finish. They hit and finish. They hit and finish. With a ball, what that looks like is they hit and finish. You see the right leg or the inside hitting side closer to the ball. They should be able to do this, and they should be able to do this. They need both. They need both of them, not just one or the other. They need both. Now, a more dynamic look would be where their legs are lower, wider apart, and more like this, and you'll see a shifting going on. You see the shifting in the legs? They still finish. They still use their eyes properly. What that looks like? They're here, they're in position, they shift and hit and finish, or they do it open. Does that make sense? I hope so, because those are some of the different levels of hitting a forehand. Now, one other thing that they need to be able to do is make the ball spin. That spin helps control the ball. You see how I'm kind of rubbing up the side of the back of it to make that move? That's making the ball spin. What the spin does is causes the ball to curve back down in the court as you start to develop into a higher level game. So the spin would look like this. And then they would look to see where it went. I'll do two more. Or they would spin it from an open stance. But spin is really important as you start to develop into a higher level of tennis. Does that make sense? Now, there's one more thing I need to show. In tennis, as you're playing, you always hear about this thing called an open stance or an inside-out forehand. What that really means is the person is in the middle of their court and the ball is coming over here. What they end up doing is moving to hit inside out cross court. They're moving inside out to hit cross court. Hit cross court. Does that make sense? So you're going to have to be able to hit inside out forehands. You're going to have to be able to hit open stance forehands. You're going to have to be able to hit closed stance forehands. You're also, oh my goodness, there's so many different levels. You're going to have to be able to hit a forehand while you're running. Then turn and come back. Turn and come back. There's lots of things you're going to need to know. Now, as the ball speeds up, the player level speeds up, the approach to the ball changes, you're going to actually spin the ball different. And your finish is going to be different. Your finish is going to be coming down, like my arm is now. Kind of like a windshield wiper almost. So, giving you guys that, hopefully you'll see there are so many different levels of forehands alone. And the only thing that is uniform in all of them is how they use their eyes. So how important is learning to use your eyes? It's worldly. It's from beginning of the game to a high world level player. It's real important. I hope this helps you. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you continue to watch my videos because I have a lot more to share and a lot more for you to see. Take care, and I hope you subscribe. Bye now. Forehands, 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 forehands. Inside out, topspin, taps, complete swings. All you need to know about how to hit a forehand. I want you guys to watch Tennis G practicing and working on his forehand.